coming in here tonight and to witness the first ever press appearance of Miss Universe Egypt and Miss Universe Bahrain here in the Philippines. And we're so very lucky to have you here with us tonight. So maybe a few words from them before we start the Q&A session. Josh, would you like to say something?
Well, it's good to see all of these familiar faces again. Thank you so much for coming here, and I miss you all. I was with, of course, some of you in Vietnam, so yes. But I see a newbie here, no? 60 years old. Hindi ba yan ang meron siya?
For the Philippines.
Wow, super young looking. But thank you so much for coming, and I'm so excited to present our reigning Miss Universe Egypt, Logina, and our Miss Universe Bahrain, Shereen, and of course with Doctor Jonas. So thank you so much.
Dr. Jonas, few words.
Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity to meet the Miss Universe Bahrain, Shereen, and Miss Universe Egypt, Logina. I'm so happy that they're here straight from the airport.
Yes!
I'm so honored.
Yeah.
Thank you. And also the press. Salamat po.
Of course, Shereen.
Yes, I want to say good evening. Marhaba, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Thank you so much for taking the time to come here. I'm Shereen Ahmed, Miss Universe Bahrain 2024. Nakakainganyo po talaga nandito na uli ako sa Pilipinas. The last time I was here was 2022. So I'm glad na nandito po ako ulit. And I'm glad that some of my family members are here as well. So it's a really special night and I can't wait to converse with you guys. Thank you.
And Logina.
I'm super happy, super glad. The love I felt from Filipinos, starting from my coronation. I'm super happy, super excited to train in the powerhouse of the Queens.
Yeah.
This is where Queens are born, actually.
Wow.
And where they are trained, and I'm super excited and happy, and thank you for the hospitality and the love I felt from the moment I stepped into this beautiful country. Thank you.
Wow.
Let's start the questions from the media now.
Okay. Hi, ladies. So nice seeing you again. This is Caniamo. So nice to see you. Earlier. So we would like to know first, of course, we're here to know you guys more. Can you please give at least 3 fun facts about you that we still don't know?
Any fun facts?
Yeah.
About us?
About you guys.
Yes. Fun facts.
Okay.
Do you snore?
I have one fact.
You tell us first.
My daughter always tell me, why are you so clumsy? Like you hit the door, you fall, and then I'm very clumsy, and I love cooking. I love baking a lot, and I have. My mother tells me like I have a big sense of humor. This is fun. It's a fun fact because I can laugh at any time. I can make everyone laugh at any time. Even if it's a serious moment.
I love that.
Love that.
We need you in our lives.
I can't think of anything right now. I mean, I don't know that it's that fun, but like, I can't dance to save my life. We had to do a dance for Miss Universe Bahrain 2024.
Yeah.
And it took me about, actually, I don't think that I still was able to dance throughout that entire time. So that's one. I can also somehow read and write Hangul, which is a Korean language, but I don't know what I'm reading and writing. And this was because back then I was really obsessed with K-pop. She was obsessed with it as well, my cousin. And yeah, that's a few ones for now.
Okay, thank you. And for a follow-up question for Logina, do you know any Filipino words?
Yeah. Mabuhay.
Yeah.
Mabuhay, Pilipinas. ¿Cómo está? Ako si Logina Salah. Muy sorpresa, aposta yo sa inyo.
How sweet. And I have one question for Dr. Jonas. Dr. Jonas, since this is the second year with
Yes.
Yugen Group, or what kind of approach po kaya na you will give for this year?
Well, it's more of like the vision and the mission of why I'm still part of the Miss Universe. Of course, working with Josh, which is also the vision is like more on helping a lot of people, inspiring them through these queens that we have. I'm a dentist, so we are promoting dental health.
Yeah.
And we are looking at more of programs that could really, like, outreach program that could help the community. So, parang ganon yung atake namin ngayon. We were actually talking about that outreach program with Josh and also with the Queen, giving them the confident smile
Yes.
Yeah.
through Apostolified Smile, and that's what we are trying to provide as well.
Any exact date na po ba for the program? For the program? Any exact date? Or wala pa?
Not yet, kasi it was really hectic.
We're checking the schedule.
We're checking the schedule. Yeah.
Super crazy hectic.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. And for Josh, Yugen, what activities should we, anong abangan namin sa kanila?
Well, tomorrow I actually arranged a massage day for them. That's the first one because I know that they're so exhausted from not only the traveling but the competition that they had, and I think that they deserve a pampering day. But afterwards, it's a rigorous training every day, of course, because we have like only few days to train. We don't have the opportunity to train like other girls like 6 months or 8 months.
Right.
But of course, for me, it's quality versus quantity. And well, we have some offers to guest in some TV shows.
Yay!
But I'm checking the schedule because my priority right now is for them to train.
Thank you so much. You want to ask? Yeah, you can.
Hold on again.
How old are you?
21.
Yeah, this for the Philippines.
It's kind of serious, but it's focuses with your advocacy. So first one, how do you plan to collaborate with other organizations and individuals to maximize the impact of your advocacy efforts as Miss Universe Bahrain and Miss Universe Egypt?
Well, as Miss Universe Bahrain, I personally advocate for single mothers. I was raised by a single mother, and she is a single mother, I've come to find out tonight. And what a testament to what they can do and what they can achieve all while raising their children, right? And so I think the way that I could really make use of working with other organizations is by using my own personal skills, that being with my presenting. I have a background in journalism and media as well, and I would use that to maybe interview more women and get them to be spotlighted into other media platforms or brands and collaborate to showcase how, for example, women-empowered, women-focused brands could come into play with not just telling the stories of these women, but also selling a product as well. There are many more ways, I imagine, but this could be the start. Thank you.
First, I want to say thank you to Shereen, because as a single mom, I feel that somebody needs to share our voice, to share our story, because it's not easy, yet it's so, I enjoy every moment with my daughter, but my advocacy is for children. Me as a different child, because I had vitiligo, I faced bullying, I faced isolation, and I even withdrew from lots of sports. So now, after 15 years of the journey of self-discovery, now I discovered not only I accept myself, but I embrace it and celebrate it every day. And hence, I decided to be the voice of the unheard. I work with the Ministry of Education, going to schools and universities to speak about bullying and how dangerous it is. I also work with cancer hospitals because the cancer children suffer from emotional distress due to losing their hair. And I thought if I could let those children see that their worth is far more than their physical appearance, they would not just conquer cancer, but they would conquer the universe. And as Miss Universe, I'd like to inspire others to overcome adversity, find the blessed in the mess, just like I helped those children too.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Very one.
Follow-up question.
Follow-up question. Okay, so this is your question. If you were one of the judges during the finals, what would you look for in the next Miss Universe?
I think I would look for somebody with empathy. It takes a lot to have empathy. You know, sympathy is something that we could get. It is something that we have for other people, for people around us. But to truly feel another person's pain and be able to take from that and action it off into making a difference and doing something that could really create that change is something that I would look for in a woman. And I would look at this not just through her words, but through her action and in the way that she is around people around her and in the way that her eyes light up when she talks about something that really means a lot to her. Thank you.
Nice, great.
Yeah.
I would look for 3 qualities, and the last one I'll tell you why. The first thing is authenticity. She has to be true to herself, true to everything that she does. She has to be advocating and believing in what she stands for before the pageant. This is something very important. She has to be compassionate, because compassion is when you take actions after you feel sorry for somebody's story. And she has to be disciplined, because without discipline, nothing can be done or nothing can be accomplished. She has to be authentic, she has to be compassionate and disciplined. And one thing I want to emphasize on, it's the X factor. What's the X factor for me? It's her soul. Because nobody can have your soul. You can learn how to walk, you can learn how to talk, but nobody has your soul. I see many beautiful girls backstage laughing, smiling, showing their spirit. When they get on the stage, they're like stiff and they're like, they want to stage it. It's nice to have that sexy look when the camera comes on your face, but the most important thing is to show your character, your identity. God created one copy of you, so why are you trying to be someone else? So I think that's the X factor, her soul.
Yeah. Tapo! Tapo!
Thank you very much.
Yes, ikaw muna. Go, go, go. Ah.
I don't want to speak up. She's saying that you don't have a training yet, huh? And then, I love that.
Good evening. I'm Paul from Pageant News International. To Miss Bahrain. Here's your question. What do you think sets you apart from the other contestants in this year's Miss Universe competition? And if you win for Miss Universe 2024, what will you tell to the world? The first message.
The universe rather.
The universe,
rather.
right?
What do I think sets me apart? I think what sets me apart is that I come from a biracial background, and growing up, this was something that I was ridiculed for. You know, I was told I was never too Bahraini, and then I was also never too Filipino. So there was never a balancing act between the two. And in the end, I had to figure out what that meant for me and how I should spotlight and really be proud to represent both those countries and share that with the world. And so what I want to tell the world is you cannot put a woman into a certain box and tell her what she is and what she isn't, what she can and what she cannot do. Because at the end of the day, it is not our background that makes us, but it is our heart and our soul, like she said, that makes us who we are and puts our stand in the world or in the universe. Thank you.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's beautiful inside and out. Okay.
To Miss Egypt,
So what I think.
your question is.
I'll tell you something.
Okay.
You can record it. It's fine. You know, me as a person, I never feel like I look at another girl as competition, but I look at her as benchmark instead. We all have inspiring stories, and to reach this prestigious pageantry, we all are successful. I think, and this is my advice to the generation, do not try to compare yourself with anyone out there. Let's lift each other up and inspire each other, because iron sharpens iron. So I never take another girl as a competition. But if I would have to say one quality that separates me or apart me from the others, is that I'm very relatable. I'm the girl that suffered in her teen, like all other. I'm not gonna specify a gender. I'm not gonna specify any gender. like the two genders. I'm that person that is very relatable, that girls can look up to, and I believe we can inspire the world. Yeah, with this beautiful crown.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay ba? Kuya Bong from Missology.
Yes, hello. My question is, I know Miss Universe is already near or kind of up already. So what do you look forward to in that event? You know, what you are excited about?
For Miss Universe in Mexico,
Yeah.
I would say the food. I mean, who doesn't love Mexican food, right? So I'm really kind of excited to be able to try
We
the
were
OG.
thinking about we're gonna have a
guacamole.
guacamole.
We're actually gonna leave like 2 days after the whole show, November 18th perhaps, so we could try out original, authentic tacos, guacamole, tamales, and all of that. So that's for me at least what's exciting, and getting to try dancing. I know I said
We're gonna do this together.
she's a good
She'll save your
dancer, so
life.
she'll teach me, I'm sure.
Thank you. How about you?
What I'm looking forward to enjoy every moment of this journey. Guys, it was a dream and it wasn't on my plate. It was an impossible dream. I wasn't eligible as a mother and above 30 and vitiligo, having vitiligo to be a part of this beautiful organization. And now the dream is back to life. I was telling Shereen, I used to sit on the couch and dream. If my daughter goes on stage, I let her wear this and that. I let her say this and that. I let her do this and that. And now I am making this dream come true. So I'm like, am I dreaming? No, I'm living in my dream. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me start off with Sir Josh.
Hi,
Hi. So
Sir
Sir Josh.
viral vlogger.
Okay, Sir Josh. After the success of Erica Robbins last year, how are you going to top that? And any game plan that you can share to us as of this moment, or are everything still under wraps?
Well, with Erica, with her success and our success, it came with a lot of challenges. So for me, the only way for me to top it is like whenever we face challenges and struggles, we overcome it with all of our hearts and all of our soul. So for me, the best way is to actually be yourself. As Logina is saying, it's like be authentic to who you are, and everything will follow. Plus the discipline that she's actually mentioning.
One thing about Josh, I'm not cutting you, he supports his girls to the core. You have no idea the amount of positive energy, because my mind was like, do I sign for Miss Universe? It's a dream, but I can or I can't. He believed in all the girls. He pushes us to our limits. He's amazing. He is amazing. I have to say that because not everybody support. He's available 24 hours. He's there for us, and he's doing his best.
So I believe in taking risks. As I always say, you cannot cross the ocean unless you forget the beauty of the shore. So for me, it's about taking risks. Like we have so many challenges with Pakistan, with Bahrain, with Egypt, but I have to just go through that, and I feel like that's the only way for me to top whatever we have achieved. Because for me, success is a journey. It's a continuous story that you have to do. And I always say to myself that I'm a work in progress, so I always have to work harder and work more, on whatever goal that we do have. So yeah, and about the second question, the plans. Well, our plan is to actually do pasarela training, more pasarela training, and I'm so happy because I have to mention that Logina is a professional makeup artist as well for 12 years. Because I think that's one of the struggles that I had for my girls. Because you know that when you go to Miss Universe or any competition, sometimes you have to queue for like 2 hours and nobody would do your makeup. Or maybe like someone would do your makeup but they don't know your face on how to do your an appropriate makeup for you. So when you know how to do your own makeup, I think it's actually imperative because you would actually know what's best for you.
Yeah.
So this is the reason why it's also part of our training. So for me, it's all about, you know, training. It's all about discipline. It's also about being on the right mindset. So a lot of girls are doing pasarela, makeup, hair training, Q&A, but I see that not everyone is doing mental training. And for me, mental training is one of the most vital and most important thing because you need to be on the right mindset if you compete and if you win Miss Universe. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Kay Doctor Apostol tayo. Okay. So, sir, with gorgeous women like this, do you already have like a plan on what are you going to do? Are there new technologies in the Apostol Dental Cosmetic Center that you want to plug that you're going to plan to share with these ladies?
Well, number one, our goal with these ladies is to provide the best smiles, diba? That's number one. But at the end of the day, it's not really the technique, it's not really the new innovation that I have in my clinic, which I do have. But seeing them, listening on how they carry themselves, they talk, and their mindset, their soul, they're queens for reasons.
Yes.
So yeah, this smile is just there. They're carrying themselves properly with class, and I love it. And so I believe whatever things that I can help them health-wise, dental-wise, and then I'm gonna do my best. But yeah, I'll have to check first and see what I can do. We'll have to check them first.
Thank you. Now for the ladies. So, coming from a very successful na predecessors, you had Mora, you had Erica, you had Eugene as benchmarks from last year because they are very articulate. They're not only beautiful in the head, but in the heart, but also in the face. So how are you going to live up to the expectation that they set?
Well, I don't think I look to live up to anybody's expectation. For me, it's just about honoring what they've done and the legacy that they've created. You know, Manar, Evelyn, and Eugene, they've all set the bar. Before this, there wasn't a Miss Universe Bahrain, and Josh started this, and Yugen Group started this a couple of years back, and I'm grateful to be able to say that I'm the fourth one, the fourth Bahraini. And I think because we're at the beginning of this, and we're starting to, we're trying to create more of a legacy and a representation, I'm here to just showcase myself and figure out how best I can represent both Bahrain and my Filipino background with that as well, because there's a huge Filipino Bahraini community in Bahrain, and not a lot of people know that. And I aim to just do that to the best of my abilities. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mine is so simple. I do my homework. I take the advices from the experienced people. I always love to learn. I don't say I know this and I know that, because I feel like the day you stop learning, you stop growing.
Yeah.
So I am humbled to be Miss Universe Egypt after Mohra and after not sending queens for 3 years. Egypt didn't send queens for 3 years. So now it's time to show Arabs, it's time to show Africa. This is the time for Africa, like she said.
Just a follow-up question to the beautiful ladies. Let's start with Shereen. Shereen, you mentioned something about finding the balance between your Filipino side and your Bahraini side.
Yes.
How much of it was a struggle? Because there is always there will always be people who will be pulling you from one side to another that you might not be Filipino enough, as you mentioned, or you might not be Bahraini enough. So how did you find the middle ground between that?
Brilliant question.
That is an amazing, amazing question. Like you said, yes, the struggle was that people were always trying to make me choose.
Yes.
Mas Filipino ka ba? Are you more Bahraini? Which one is it? And I always felt, why did I need to pick? And I think it just depends on you to find that definition within yourself. how I did that was through understanding who I am, to really knowing my inner child and working through all of the traumas. I think we cannot really do anything with our current self or accepting our present self, even if that's as simple as accepting your biracial identity, unless you start with the past, unless you start with going back to your inner core. What does your inner child want to say? What did you go through? And once you overcome that, I believe that everything else becomes much easier, and then finding your identity or defining it in your own way just becomes clearer to you.
Okay, another follow-up question, since you mentioned being biracial, because there will be 4 of you who are biracial Filipinas competing.
Yes.
Do you feel that there's already a community there upon coming to Miss Universe?
Definitely. You know, I actually reached out to 𝐿𝐿𝐼 already. I watched all of these girls last year.
We're gonna have dinner very soon.
I didn't know that. That's okay. I'm excited for that. But I was watching all of their preparation all the way up to the finals with 𝐿𝐿𝐼, Christina, and BVP. I'm a big fan of all of them. And so I'm really excited to be able to share this stage with them. And maganda rin, it's nice to know na meron tayong mga kapwa Pilipino dun para, just like the Latinas, pwede mag-group ulit siguro yung mga Pinay. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's now move forward to Miss Universe Egypt. You're the first candidate who will be going to Miss Universe with vitiligo. Do you think that this is going to be a part of your story that you want to share to everyone in Miss Universe, and how are you going to do that?
I want first to answer a question I've been asked on social media. Did you win because of your vitiligo? That's a question, that's a common question. But I think I need to rephrase it, and I need to put the right mindset to the person who thinks that. Because I didn't win because of my vitiligo, but my vitiligo didn't stop me from winning. That's the difference. I'm working hard, and I'm qualified, and I'm going to work even more harder for the Universal and Miss Universe International. I'm going to represent my country on a global stage. So it's time. It's time for inclusivity. It's time for diversity, because something that is different. What does different means? You don't see it. If you see it every day, it's not different. So we need to include everybody. Nobody should be excluded. If they are qualified, they should reach places. They should have only an equal opportunity with anyone else. They shouldn't be treated differently, even with empathy.
Follow-up question? Can I?
Yeah,
Okay, one last.
Yes,
okay,
sure,
so you mentioned that you're a single mom. So will your daughter be coming to Mexico to watch you later on, or your child?
My daughter every day said, "Mommy, when is this university?"
She's studying.
She's studying, and I'm like, yeah, she's very excited for me. Unfortunately, she's not gonna be able to fly to Mexico. But she is following me updates every day. We're going to fittings together. I'm trying outfits, and she's like, no, yes, no, yes. I share with her everything, because when I got divorced, she was 2 years old. She was still wearing Pampers. So we took this journey. We grew up together because I was 26, So I embraced this motherhood, and I think motherhood is the most selfless form of love. Is the mother's love.
Thank you.
Mabuhay! My name is Ahmed Adina, representing the Philippine Daily Inquirer.
Pasabog!
Ladies, I'd like to know, what did your predecessors tell you about their trip to the Philippines last year? Let's start with Shereen.
Oh my God, they all loved it. I mean, I watched all of their interviews. Much like Logina, I love researching everything there is to do with pageantry. I really am. I've become quite obsessed with it in the last year. It's almost scary now. Like Adam, I'm fangirling right now, and Pao, of course. But they all say the same thing. It's our hospitality is is unmatched, right? It's much like the Bahraini hospitality, the Arab hospitality as well. So they all find familiarity with that. They all love trying the different foods, and I'm really excited to be able to do and explore more and get to learn from their experiences as well.
Thank you. How about you, Logina?
Yeah. So Mohra told me you're gonna enjoy it so much in the Philippines, but be careful because you will eat a lot. And today I was eating tofu. Oh my god, this is the best tofu I've ever
In Maxes.
tasted.
They did not pay us, ha?
This is amazing. The food is amazing. This is the very first time to taste it today, but it's amazing. So I think the hospitality, the food, people are smiley. You have something kind in the roots. You know, everybody's kind. Yeah, so grateful. So happy to be here. It's already positive energy before training.
What is tofu in Tagalog? I told you earlier.
Tofu?
Tokwa.
Tokwa.
Sizzling tokwa.
Thank you very much. We're so happy you're
Thank
here.
you so much.
And I also have a question for Josh. If it's okay to share with us the training regimen that the two ladies will undergo, and if it's okay to share with us the people who will be
Working.
who will be handling every facet of the training.
Well, it's all secret. No, but actually, of course, we're going to do a lot of pasarela, makeup, hair, a lot of the standards that, you know, a Miss Universe Queen delegate would actually have to go through. But you know what I just want to share is whatever training we give, they wouldn't absorb it if they're not disciplined. So I'm very happy that, you know, both of my queens are actually very disciplined. Not only disciplined, but you know, of course, I want to share that Shereen looks so funny. She doesn't know, but she's really funny. And also Logina is like, you know, has a sense of humor. But also, I'm very happy that she is very selfless. You know, she went to Saudi Arabia to receive an award. And then she needed to go back one day in Dubai to actually get her visa from the Embassy of the Philippines. But she still has time to go to her daughter's, you know, event and actually give time to her daughter. So I feel like, you know, you as a mother dividing your time, you know, and efforts to your career, to your achievements, to your daughter is something that's really honorable and very Miss Universe. You know, so that is something that I just wanna mention. And also with Shereen, she's very humble.
Very.
No, she wouldn't tell you guys, but I will tell you a secret, you know, that you can actually put on record. When I had Miss Universe Bahrain 2021, it was offered to me, you know, by Miss Universe to have the first franchise ever in the Gulf. So I was the first one to actually handle that. So I had Miss Universe Bahrain. I couldn't do a competition. They told me to appoint. You know who I appointed first? I appointed Shereen. But, you know, she couldn't go because of some personal issues and her personal beliefs. But next year, she joined and competed. You know, she didn't win. Everything won, of course, obviously. But she's so humble to take that. Because for me, a queen, even if you lose the title, even if you win the title, but you actually show your sportsmanship and you show your empathy to other girls, for me, that's actually queen. That's actually Miss Universe. So,
Thank you very much. That's good to know. Welcome and welcome back. And the best of luck to both of you.
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Hey Adam, top that, the intro.
The idol.
She has a question.
Manila Bulletin.
Okay. Annalyn, yes, top that, the intro.
Top that with
Ladies first now.
Yes,
Ladies first.
ladies first.
Nag-iisang punan.
Nakalive na yung game.
Pagtanong ka nag-go.
The question is for
For you.
me.
Yeah, as you said, I mean, you're just starting and nobody, I think from the Arab world or the Muslim world has won.
Yes, for the record, yeah.
Yeah. So you think
Sorry, Miss Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Miss Lebanon.
Georgina
They know more. They're more pageantera. So they know for
Georgina
sure.
is
Yeah. But that was which year was this?
70s.
Adam, you should know.
73.
73. Wow, oh my God.
Georgina is
Tinalo kayo sa mga pageantera.
1970.
Wow.
They do their
Long
research.
time. Wow.
Under your stewardship,
Budget there and
this one
expansion.
should be happening again. Is it really important for you to win or to just represent
Well, no pressure.
the region?
Well, I believe that the only person who can pressure me is me. So I just do my best. And for me, it's not just about me. It's about the girls. It's about teamwork. It's about the trainers that they do have. It's about the supporters that they do have. Like for example, if Doctor Jonas didn't, if God didn't send Doctor Jonas to me, it wouldn't be possible for a lot of things. So for me, it's teamwork. And with teamwork, everything is possible.
Okay, so ano pang realization mo? Kasi nasabi mo nga, it's not easy to send queens.
It's not.
From culture. Can you comment on your reality?
Well,
Why do you still need
not only that, I can actually go on forever to talk about challenges. Like for example, visa problems. Like Pakistan can only travel to more than 20 countries. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And when you go to Mexico, you need to actually either go to a stopover, which is US, or Schengen. So it's so hard for them to get a visa to US and to Schengen, and just logistically, it's a problem already. When they want to train in their country, hindi naman because I'm Filipino, not because I'm Filipino, but the best trainers are still in the Philippines. If they train in their country, maybe they can train, but not as the best trainers that we do have in the Philippines. But I'm happy as well because we're giving jobs and opportunities to the trainers. Actually, one trainer actually messaged me that they're so thankful because at least they have businesses that they can actually try. So for me, it's about teamwork. It's not just about the girl, but it's also about the people that surrounds her. That's all. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Queen from the David Tribune. So since George was speaking about pressure, so how are you handling the pressure competing in Miss Universe despite the bar that was set previously?
Despite what?
The bar.
The bar that was set by my
Yes.
predecessors. How am I handling the pressure? I think I'm grateful to have a really, really great community of supportive people around me. My best friend really helped me a lot through this journey, and as you know with pageants, there's a lot of ups and downs. There's so many moments where you'll cry, you'll have meltdowns, you want to give up, and then the next day you're like, let me go again. And the main factor in all of the stress that you'll undergo with any pageant or with any competition really is that you have to just go back to your reason for doing this, right? What is the purpose? What did you set out to do in the beginning before you actually applied for this? And for me, that was always to give back to my mother. I have been a breadwinner for a couple of years, and that was always a dream of mine when I was younger, as I'm sure a lot of Filipinos can relate to this. And second, because I love her so much and I know her love has been unconditional and sacrificial almost like every other single mother that I know, I always wanted to bestow this not just to her, but to extend this graciousness to other mothers, which is why I really, really always think of my core reason for being here is Hope Ahmed Bahrain. It's a community platform that I started, and I hope to be able to provide essential needs like baby formulas, diapers, and sanitary napkins to the mothers, single mothers in Bahrain. So that's just, if you're thinking of how you can serve your community, that's what will parang give you back the joy and the boost of inspiration that you need to be able to take the competition further again. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think the biggest way to handle pressure is to know what to expect from yourself. We're human beings. One day you're good and very positive. One day you don't want to get out of bed, and that's fine. But here comes the discipline. Without the discipline, if you leave it to your motivation, you're never going to accomplish something. Because those days when you're sitting, you don't want to go work out, you feel so lazy and you're sleeping in bed, but you say, I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm going to get up now and do it. So I always tell to my daughter, don't leave it to your motivation or don't leave it to your emotions, because it's ups and downs. Just put a goal, put a discipline, and fight for it, because you only know how hard it is not to achieve your dream. I always say the road to hell is heaven, and the road to heaven is hell.
Wow.
Like today, if I'm sitting not doing anything, today is my comfort zone. I'm gonna be happy today, but the future is gonna be hell, and the opposite. If my days are hard now and I'm working very hard on myself, the future is gonna be heaven. So yeah, it's the right mindset, you know. It's just trying to go back and relax and try again tomorrow.
Wow.
Let's
Yeah.
talk.
For my final question goes to you, Josh. So what's your advice to these beautiful ladies, in terms of handling pressure?
Well, I need them to be, number one, disciplined. They're very disciplined. Number two, I need them to feel that they really love what they're doing. Because if they don't love what they're doing, they're not just wasting their time, but also the time of other people that surround them, realistically. But also, there might be like some girls, you know, in any part of the world, who wants to actually be on their shoes, who wants to have their crown, who wants to have the opportunity to have this platform, but they were not given a chance. So when you're given an opportunity to have this platform, to have the crown, to have the sash, do everything that you can do. Be responsible for it. I always tell my staff, my colleague, my partners, that for me, just be responsible. If you were given a task, just do it, because it was actually handed to you. So for me, if I will put it into a few words, just be responsible. So that's it.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Anna.
much.
Hi guys, I'm JR, one of the rep of Miss Doc said. Currently we are live now, so wala siya dito, so I'm assigned to ask this question. By the way, hi muna po sa akin and viewers. Hi, hello. Alright, so this question to Miss Bahrain first. What can she impart as a Bahraini in the world stage?
In the world stage.
Miss Universe.
Okay. As a Bahraini woman, we have often been, as an Arab woman, a Bahraini woman, we have often been labeled terrorists or Princess Jasmine. There's no in-between. There's never been an in-between. That's how I viewed the representation of myself growing up in cartoons, in the media, and I think now more than ever we are realizing how this has actually led to the dehumanization of Arabs, which is why it is so important talaga. Now we are here, we are doing this, I'm here showing up as myself, as a different kind of a Bahraini woman, because we are a variety, we are a diverse group of Bahraini women. You know, you'll have the religious ones, the not so religious ones, the modest ones, the ones who are, you know, a little frisky, and we just come in all shapes, all sizes, different beliefs, different understandings, but at the end of the day, what Arabs have is tolerance. In Bahrain, meron po kaming mosques, meron kaming, we have Christian churches, Catholic churches, we have temples, and that just shows you how tolerant we are as a community and accepting of others, regardless of their race, their background, their religion, their faith. And I wish to show this to the Miss Universe stage so that we reduce the dehumanization of Arabs and don't see any more Arab lives being taken unjustly. Thank you.
I have a question for Miss University. I know you are very